Hold on, Mark. I'm fixing my hair. Go ahead. Well, first I want to say, can I say something? Man, I tell you what, I'm just extremely proud of our football team. That was the most chaotic first quarter I think I've ever been in. We lost our free safety this week in practice. Then we lost Jordan, and we lost Lowe. And we got guys that are third team playing. And these guys motion and shift every play. And they had some things that they were doing that they were, the first half they had some really good, things that were getting us a little bit outflanked and stuff. And so we had to make a lot of adjustments and stuff on the move. And but I can't tell you how proud I am of James Johnson and, Chad Adams, Marcus Ball. I mean, man, that was impressive. It was, guys that some of those guys. I don't think Marcus got any reps. I don't think Marcus got maybe 4 reps in practice. And so that was really phenomenal. My heart goes out to Jordan. Man, he's been incredible for us and a great leader. But I tell you, our guys, to face that kind of adversity, I haven't seen on film, but I thought that was a really bad first half. But you know what, man? These guys, it feels good that what we stand for and what we teach, it works. And, we talk about, each other and what it means to be a Sun Devil, and you've seen it demonstrated today. That's heart. That's character. That was impressive. I couldn't be more proud of our football team. Questions?
When Lyu's been out of games, you guys have tended to struggle and take Jordan off the field also.
Yeah.
What enabled?
That's a lot of starts right there.
What enabled, especially in light of the first half struggles, what enabled that in the second half?
Well, I mean, we got obviously smart guys. I mean, Chad actually wound up playing bandit. James wound up playing free. James was repping last week at Spur. So I got Daz on the side. I said, Daz, look, if anybody goes down at Spur, free, or bandit, you're in. At any of the 3. That's kind of where we were because, we lost Kareem. But, and there, Coach Pete does a great job. They do a lot of shifts and motions and all kinds of things. And Slamo was hurting, we lost Jordan, who's our major communicator for us. Lau is a major communicator for us. And I think he's a great testimony to Marcus. And I just told him to listen. Just do what Slamo says. Don't say anything. Just do what he says. And so we had to simplify a little bit and be a little more basic in what we were doing. But we also got back to just, we'd kind of, we pressured, and brought the heat, and but I think it just has testimony of our players. I mean, that was impressive. I mean, it was. I tell you that, I think I mentioned Will Sutton one time that has been really inspired me in his efforts and how he played at the Rose Bowl against UCLA. Tony Longino inspired me in the same way. He should not even have played. Matter of fact, I don't let you play if you don't practice. He took 4 reps. So he took 4 reps on Thursday. And in no way did he need to play, in my opinion. And he let me know that wasn't going to be my decision. And just the way he inspired his teammates and the way he played, and I mean, I was inspired. Usually I'm doing my job, but I was sitting there halftime, and I even pointed him out and said, man, it means something to him. And I don't know, when you pour into these kids, man, and you see it, and you see the hard work, and man, it's been tough. It's been tough now. It ain't like, we're losing close games in the fourth quarter. And to see them, just see how they've never, ever have I felt like that they did not play every snap and play hard and play with character, and just great to see that, because it tells me that we're doing some good things and what we're teaching these young men. So, I mean, our guys, but Tony's a guy that needs to be pointed out, man. I mean, it was phenomenal how he was leading. I mean, it's impressive.
Todd, Jordan's injury looked pretty serious. Can you tell us anything about his situation?
You know, I shouldn't, but I think it's pretty serious. But I don't know for sure. But it doesn't look good.
Also, can you give us an idea of how that conversation with Antonio went when you said he wasn't going to play and he said he was?
Yeah, it was. I told him, I said, look, you don't practice, you can't play. And then he said, I did practice. I got 4 reps, and then no, I mean, it wasn't. I wouldn't tell him. I mean, this young man has accomplished a lot and sacrificed a lot, and there's only 2 more times, this one and then next week. That's it. He's never going to play in this stadium again. And so I wasn't going to. I strictly left that up to him. We wouldn't let him play if the doctors wouldn't clear him. Just so you know, I don't make those decisions on getting cleared. But he had an injury where he just wasn't 100%. He's probably about 85, and so it was just one that I just said, what do you think? And he said, well, what do you mean? What am I thinking? I'm gonna play. And I said, okay.
Following up on that even more, Todd, what did you see from him once he was on the field? You talked about the inspired play.
Just heart, just heart, and I mean, he had tears in his eyes, and in the first half, I mean, he was bringing it. I mean, and he was inspiring his teammates, and it wasn't going very well, and it was very. I mean, we were trying to. Like, I can't describe what that's like. That's about as uncomfortable as I've been in a game since I've been here. Okay? And we're just trying to, you're trying to keep the walls from falling in on the thing, because you got so many things are happening, so much, you're losing one guy right after another, and that was difficult. But, for him, really, because we lost, he didn't play last week, Antonio didn't. Kareem, we lost him in the week. He practiced, most of the week, so he got most of the reps at free safety, and then we lost him on a little deal. And so Tony playing was really big, really big. So I was really proud of him, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's and I love sitting here listening to him. And I love how they care about each other and how much it means to them. I wish you could stand there at halftime. That's one of the cool things about my job, is I get to stand there in front of them and see the look on their face, and man, they were fire in their eyes. It means something to them. We were talking, and they talk about each other. They talk about, how much V means to them, and DJ, and that's, 90 football games, man. That's pretty impressive. And this senior bunch is really special to me. And to see them do that, especially as maligned as it's been. I'm not. You win or you don't. That's the way it is. And but on the same hand, I love these kids, and I was really proud to see that, man. To see that there wasn't any. Sometimes when it gets like that, and people are like, it's chaotic. People are not, we're trying to get a hold on things. People can start to complain. People can start to go, what are you doing? And start to yell at other people and all that. There was none of that. There was none of that. There was nothing but inspiring Chad, inspiring James, inspiring Marcus. And what's amazing is comes over there. He's over there explaining to him, now look, man, when they line up in this is what they're going to do. He's coaching him up. Jordan's on his crutches, coaching up Chad at bandit safety. So it's impressive, man. It's just an impressive group of guys.
You guys haven't been able to force turnovers this season at the same rate you have in years past, but the last 4 UW possessions all ended in turnovers. How encouraging was that to see to close out the game?
Yeah, it was great, man. It was fun. It was really fun. Quishi's was huge. That was a big one. Obviously, Christian's was huge, and then Marcus's was a big one as well. But that was great. I thought we, the only thing that was puzzling me is, we seemed sluggish or something. I think 7 people missed a sack on the same play. You know what I'm playing? I started to run off there and tackling. I was going like, man, geesh. You know what I'm talking about? You know what play I'm talking about? I'm just going like, are you kidding me? And yeah, it was, those turnovers were big, and it was fun. You guys ought to, you ought to put a mic and a camera on Coach Patterson. He gets pretty excited about takeaways.
Coach, you've got 2 injuries in the first half. What's your halftime message to the team, and what's the general atmosphere like in the locker room at halftime?
Next play. I mean, next play. That's what it always is. It isn't. There's not. I don't give a lot of inspirational speeches, contrary to belief. I like to talk to you guys for a long time, but our kids really just get probably bored quicker than you do. You know, it's a body of work. It's about what you do every single day, and so they know. You know, I think what you try to do is you try to. You know, in being a leader is not panicking. You know, I think everybody knows that this is not good. You know, when you lose some of your best players, but you know, it was. I mean, it was interesting. Now there were some interesting things that happened that I won't comment on, but it was just really some interesting things. Sometimes when people haven't played, they'll do some interesting things they're really, really interesting. There's a couple of times we weren't paying attention and the ball was snapped. So I'm going like, look, don't put your mouthpiece in, man. Get your eyes over here. Here's where you got to do this. Because there's a sequence of how all this stuff, there's a lot of things going on, a lot more than you realize. But it was just some really, really interesting things. And I just loved how our guys responded to that. And it's obviously, I mean, you know, for Jordan, I hope that somehow, some way, he's okay. But man, he's been, you know, if he can't play the next 3 games, then you know, he's been really special. And obviously, he's a big leader on this team.
Todd, in the first half, you guys rushed Manny Wilkins in for a play or two. Was that part of the game plan, or what was going on there?
Yeah, we've had that in the game plan for a while, for many, many weeks. Just thinking, you know, there's some things, just kind of get him a little package that he can do. And so that was something that, you know, I thought we could look at a little bit. Nothing other than just a simple package to maybe utilize a little bit of his skills.
Todd, Kareem wasn't able to go today. Do you know what his status is going forward?
I should be okay next week. It was a minor deal, but it was something that was, we'll just have to see how that progresses.